thanks for staying with us. So, this tweet went viral last week, and we just refrained from talking about it. You know, we wanted it to brew a bit. So, we've heard people's opinion, but we'd like to hear the viewers of your views on this matter. So, Pastor Paul Adefarasin went viral last weekend when he asked that Nigerians should get a plan B. Of course, many people went for him. How can a man of God say that? Is it right for you to be preaching that people should have a plan B? Or should people actually be preaching about hope? I don't want to focus on the bashing about religious leaders. That's not the objective of this conversation, because I think they've had in their own version of bashing enough. But I think the conversation the ladies of your view and I would like to have is, should we indeed get a plan B?
What country will be able to accommodate this plan B that we're talking about? I know it sounds right, and the people that can afford a plan B are the elites. Okay. The people that can afford a plan B are the middle to upper class. But the majority of our population that are living below the poverty line, or even living barely above the poverty line, are about 100 million. Where would they go to?
But I think that plan B is actually the Nigerian way. We have leaders who, when they fall ill, they have a plan B to use hospitals outside our country. If they didn't have a plan B, if the hospitals in Nigeria were the only hospitals that they could use, they will put in all that is needed to make sure that those hospitals work and are at the same standard internationally, so they would not need to travel.
See, men of God as gods. They are not gods, they are human beings. Yeah. And they feel the pain. And if they vent, it's allowed.
To add to that, this is a pastor that has actually supported good governance. He has been speaking pro this country since I've known Pastor Paul. Aside from me, see, I don't want us to use him as a subject, because there are many other people saying almost the same thing in different ways. And many people have plan Bs. The point is that many men of God in this country, and even imams, many of them have been preaching hope for years and decades. They've been asking, they've been encouraging people, they've even invited governments to their churches. Come, what are you doing? We're going to do this. You know? So they've played their part.
If all our leaders had no plan B for their medical treatment, we would have better hospitals. If all our leaders had no plan B for educational system, we would have better schools. So the plan B option makes us feel like there's an escape.
Let's just remember, it's somebody's child who turned 18 and they called him mature and sent him to Burma, and he was killed. And they didn't inform his family 8 months after he has died. His colleagues knew he was dead, and they'll come home and they'll tell the family he's greeting you, because it's the nature of the Nigerian army not to disclose until the Nigerian army officially discloses to family members. It is somebody's child who is a victim of that system that you deliberately destroyed. When you hold on to a mother's pension and she cannot afford to take her own child to the UK where your child is, that person too is a human being. I think we're just a bunch of selfish people.
And that's the problem.
We want this bright future for our children, and we look at our neighbors and say, it's a selfish mentality. It's destructive, for God's sake. I don't understand it. You're at the end of a battalion. You hold on to their money. You hold on to the money for arms. You hold on to everything. It takes you time to appropriate money for them to buy the weapons that they need to bring peace to the country, or get justice for the people whose lives have been destroyed, or free abducted girls. And then you sit somewhere and you have an option. You went to Dubai, you bought land, you built house to roof level, and you take your family on private jet to that place, and you think you will have peace. You're sitting on blood money. You will definitely not have peace. If you get it, your children will not have it. This is not a course, it's a circle.
Let's take that in for a second.
Yes, so
powerful stuff.